Yes, Shubham, please go.
Fine.
Good morning.
Sir.
Please sit down.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
So, Shubham, please give your brief introduction to us.
Yes. So my name is Shubham Singh, sir. I'm born and brought up in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. I've done my schooling from Varanasi only. Post that, sir, I've graduated with BTech in Electrical from IIT Kanpur. I passed out in 2015. Post that, sir, I also did 1 year of postgraduate diploma in liberal studies from Ashoka University under a course called Young Leader Fellowship. After that, sir, I got into civil service through civil service examination 2018. I joined Indian Corporate Law Service in 2019 December, sir. After that, I've been serving at ICLS officer only. I've had 2 postings so far, sir. My first posting was in Registrar of Companies Office, Delhi, as Assistant Registrar of Companies. And, sir, for the past 6 months, sir, I've been posted in Director General Corporate Affairs Office as Deputy Director. Sir.
So, let's talk about the corporate reforms.
Nice, sir.
The corporate governance reforms.
Nice, sir.
Just list them that maybe we can discuss more about it.
Sure, sir. So it started in 2013, I would say, in the new Companies Act 2013. So after that, there have been a series of amendments within Companies Act. Then, so we passed in 2016 the Insolvency Bankruptcy Code. So then we have been undertaking a series of administrative reforms as well. For example, sir, in-house adjudication mechanism has been put in place to declog the judicial courts.
Within Companies Act, what are the initiatives that were brought in to improve the corporate governance?
Sir, right, sir. So to make corporate governance more professional and formal, so we introduced the institution of independent directors, audit committees. We also introduced the provision for women director in the board, sir. And for the purpose of ease of doing business, sir,
how do we check, Shubham, collusion of the auditors with the board? You know, in giving, you know, not the correct figures and hoodwinking the shareholders. Is there anything like that, or?
Yes, sir. So I think, sir, 2 pillars are in place for that. So one is the enforcement agency, the Registrar of Companies, the NAFRA, those bodies, and then the other institution is within the corporate bodies, the directors, the audit committee. Those need to be empowered, and their roles need to be
good. Shubham, you are from Varanasi.
Yes, sir.
What impact has Varanasi made on you? Are you spiritual?
Yes, sir. I would say so, sir. It has a deep imprint on me, sir.
So, how spiritual tourism is being, brought forward by the governments, center and the state, and how do you think it's going to help Uttar Pradesh?
Yes, sir. Sir, to promote spiritual tourism, sir, we have undertaken infrastructure projects such as the temple corridors. Then, sir, we undertook the promotional activities such as the Kumbh Mela, the celebration of Holi in bridge. So those activities have been, which has resulted in huge number of footfalls as well in Uttar Pradesh, sir. However, sir, going forward, sir, I think we need to improve our infrastructure a lot more. And then, sir, the entire destination needs to be managed. For that, sir, we need to rope in private sector, undertake skill development of the local people there.
So, Shubham, this contribution of, say, cultural and spiritual tourism to UP's economy will certainly make a dent. But tourism doesn't add much value to the economy. How you think UP can achieve the ambitious target of 1 trillion USD?
Yes, sir. Apart from tourism, sir.
Apart from tourism could give some segment, but otherwise, you need to do much more.
Right, sir.
What are those areas?
So I would say manufacturing, and in manufacturing both, the labor intensive as well as the frontier technology such as drones, robotics, electronics. There, sir, there lies a huge opportunity, sir. UP has already made a dent in mobile assembling. However, the value addition needs to be deepened further. The electronic components need to be taken up. And then, sir, the UP should emerge as product.
You think this target is achievable with the present rate of economic growth or GSDP of UP?
Right, sir. So the earlier target for 1 trillion was 2017. For that, the required nominal GDP growth was in 30s, whereas the real the growth was around 14-15%. So that has been postponed for 2 more years. I think, sir, that might get delayed for a few years. But sir, I think it is certainly
ultimately
achievable.
everyone has to reach 1 trillion
Right, sir.
sooner or later.
Yes,
Anyway,
sir.
my last question: you are an electrical engineer.
Yes, sir.
I'm making a statement that transition to clean energy by India will be a very difficult task.
Yes, sir.
If you agree, tell me why.
Yes, sir. So I agree, sir. It is a difficult task because, sir, although we have achieved the numbers in terms of installed capacity, the generational capacity that we have achieved, and we have been going at the right pace. However, sir, the real problem lies at the last mile. The distribution sector, the discoms, they need to be taken on board as well with the ambition. And then, sir, what has this exponential growth of generation has led to rise in imports as well. So we don't have the proportionate manufacturing capacity at the moment. So that needs to be.
So you've probably forgot the compulsion of using the coal reserves,
Right, sir.
and our dependence on the fossil fuel.
Yes, sir.
What do you say?
Yes, sir. So we have huge stranded coal reserves as well, and local economies will get affected as well. The local employment. So we need to be.
All right. Thank you, Shubham.
So, Shubham, you are from IIT Kanpur.
Yes, sir.
And Kanpur is the happiest city of India. You are aware?
No, sir. Sorry, sir. I'll have
You
to
are
read
not
about it,
aware.
sir. Yeah.
So Kanpur is supposed to be the best, happiest city of India. Find out why it is called
Sure.
happy city. So, Shubham, IITs, don't you think, should also diversify to sustain themselves and make profit for themselves? What
Yes,
is
sir.
your idea of IITs being diversified besides being the academic institutions? What can be done to make them profit centers?
Yes, sir. Sir, I absolutely agree, sir. They need to be financially sustainable as well as more ambitious as well.
Yes.
For that, sir, they need to first emerge as service provider of R&D to the private sector, to government sector. That will also generate a huge revenue. Then they can, sir, bring in more industrial partners in their say parks or techno parks or R&D center. Second, sir, they can, sir, provide more courses on say MOOC platforms wherein they can generate a lot of revenue. They can come up with new set of short courses as well for upskilling and reskilling the workforce. That
IIT Bombay has taken some lead in that. Are you aware what IIT Bombay has done?
so regarding generating revenue or regarding
No, they formed a company.
Yes, sir. So I'm not sure, sir, what you are referring to, sir. But they have been incubating a lot of startups that I'm aware of.
No, not incubation. It's they have now started a separate company. Look into that.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So, tell me, Shubham, what is ISA and what is future of ISA in view of whatever is happening now?
So sorry, sir.
ISA, International Solar Alliance.
Yes, sir.
So, where do we stand in ISA
Yes, sir.
as on date, and what will be the future of this solar alliance?
Sir, while, sir, I do not have the current numbers, but I can talk in terms of qualitative aspects. So they have been, the ISA has been leading a very ambitious project, one sun, one world, one grid. And a lot of progress has been made in this regard. So I'm quite hopeful that, sir, ISA has a very important task and can achieve so. For example, sir, under the ISA umbrella, sir, we have been working with the Northern Africa, the Middle Eastern countries to integrate their grid. Then India has been undertaking grid connection with the South Asian neighbors, including Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, and Bangladesh. So that is something which so can deliver tangible outcomes. Sir.
Yes.
Other than that, sir. So
yesterday, USA has withdrawn from
yes, sir.
this alliance.
Yes, sir.
What will be the impact?
Yes, sir. So the funder USA was a very important funding partner, sir. So we'll have to figure out, sir, how to go about generating the required funding for undertaking the. However, sir, apart from USA, sir, the other partners are quite willing to work under ISA. So I think, sir, we have to work with the like-minded countries to take forward the agenda, sir.
All right. How you think PM Gati Shakti
Yes, sir.
is helping reduce logistical cost?
Yes, sir. Sir, for first is that, sir, the PM Gati Shakti's main objective is to integrate all the mode of transportation. So using that, sir, they have been targeting to reduce the logistics cost. For example, sir, they have promoted inland waterways, dedicated freight corridor, logistics parks. Those infrastructure need to be integrated. Then, sir, PM Gati Shakti has made sure that the last mile connectivity of the already projects which are under implementation, their last mile and the first mile connectivity should be expedited so that the entire project and its tangible benefits sir, are realized in time. And it has managed to reduce the cost and the time overrun as well.
And what is Pragati portal?
Sir, Pragati portal has been in the news. So the Prime Minister follows up with different ministries, departments as well as the state governments to resolve whatever administrative issues which are lingering and delaying the project, sir.
Shubham, one last question I want to ask you is on Indian Railways
Yes,
as infrastructure and its contribution to Indian economy.
Right, sir. Sir, first, sir, the railways share a huge burden of freight movement in the country. Second, sir, the passenger movement it provides a very viable cost and very cheap alternative for mass transportation. Then, sir, suburban railways have been, for example, in Mumbai and other metro cities, suburban railways have been able to decongest the cities to some extent. Then, intercity travel within intraday intercity travel, sir, has been undertaken by railways. So, all in all, sir, railways has very
Come
important.
to the freight side.
Right, sir.
Passenger is all
Right, sir.
right. I am talking of contribution to Indian economy.
Yes, sir.
This is just connecting and providing very cheap mode of transport
Yes,
to
sir.
people. So we don't make profit when it comes to passengers.
Right, sir.
So how is Indian Railways helping Indian economy?
Right, sir. Sir, freight, of course, sir, the Indian Railways has a huge share of freight, although the share has been declining. Sir, and the movement of freight is also a bit behind the target. So those things need to be worked on, sir, so that the railways contribution to economy gets further promoted, sir. For that, sir, they have been undertaking projects such as the dedicated freight corridor. Then to increase the speed of the freight, sir, new propulsion technology are being worked upon. So those things, sir, are being carried out, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Shubham,
Yes, sir.
did your BTech in electrical engineering from IIT Kanpur?
Yes, sir.
It is one of the best, and it did very well, 9 GPA out of 10.
Yes, sir.
So you must have got some campus placement.
Yes, sir.
You didn't accept?
No, sir, I did not, sir.
Why?
Sir, I wanted to get into civil service, sir. So I denied the project and sir, then carried on the preparation.
Well, you have used 10 years, 2015 to 2025.
Yes, sir.
Why this obsession for civil service?
Sir, I
And
wanted
you
to...
got into corporate affairs also in 2018.
Yes, sir.
And you got a promotion there.
Yes, sir.
Now you will lose all those seniority.
Right, sir.
If you get into IAS,
Right, sir.
you won't get that seniority.
Right, sir.
You are prepared to make all these sacrifices.
Yes, sir. So the primary objective is to get into IAS so that the opportunity which the IAS provides to work both at the grassroots as well as at the apex level for policy making. The other is the promotional aspect is secondary, sir, and the pay protection is always going to be there, sir, if I remain in the civil service. So I'm not very worried about losing the promotional part, sir. But
Seniority you won't get. Pay protection, yes. Okay. You are from Varanasi.
yes, sir.
What is the difference between Kashi, Varanasi and Banaras?
Yes, sir. Sir, Banaras and Varanasi, so Banaras is the Hindi version of Varanasi. And Kashi, sir, Kashi is the old name which is mentioned in the ancient text. And Kashi, the Varanasi is the Kashi is the subset of Varanasi, sir. In terms of physical area, sir. And the Kashi has a specific meaning to it, sir. And Varanasi is a territorial aspects, sir, because Varanasi gets derived from the name of the rivers which are there, and Kashi is derived from the significance of that area in our scriptural text. So this is what I understand, sir.
Okay. Is there a link between Ahilyabai Holkar and Kasi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what?
Sir, Ahilyabai Holkar was the one who led the reconstruction of the Kashi Vishwanath temple, sir. That is the only thing I'm aware about.
Okay. Why did you go for this liberal studies? What exactly you studied there, Ashoka University?
Yes, sir. So, reason for undertaking this program was that, sir, I have been a student of science and maths throughout my life, sir. I wanted to experience the liberal arts campus, the curriculum, and the people who study such a curriculum. So, and it was being offered only for 1 year, so it was a very condensed version of liberal arts curriculum. What I studied there was, sir, a bunch of courses. There were around 20 courses bunched together in a year. Then, sir, we had a lot of projects, research paper writings, etc., sir. And those courses were being offered by a very eminent set of faculties, sir.
And that I know.
Yes.
Okay. Your father retired as the chief veterinary officer.
Yes, sir.
This menace of stray dogs
Yes, sir.
and even monkeys
Yes, sir.
in urban centers. So they say controlling their population is the only way. What do you think? There can be some other solution?
Yes, sir. Sir, the menace has been created due to lax implementation of the ABC rules, which is under the Prevention of Cruelty Act, sir. Wherein, sir, the vaccination, sterilization, those things are mandated. However, they are not being followed. So I believe, sir, immediately we need to undertake those things, sir, first to at least stop the increase in the population. And then, sir, we have to figure out what do we do with the current stock of livestock, be it monkeys or the stray dogs. We may have to create shelters and feeding centers. So those things need to be figured out, sir.
Okay, last question. What is your view about Gyanvapi? Isn't it we settled all this in 1947?
Yes, sir. Sir, this dispute over this is in essence a property dispute, sir, whether the property belongs to the temple or the mosque, sir, and it is currently under sub judice. Although, sir, the survey undertaken by ASI had some inputs and which is being studied by the court, so we'll have to figure out, sir, which way the case goes. Other than that, sir, although it is not exempted under the Change of Worship Act, sir, which of 1990, so which was the case with Ayodhya dispute. So this is, although on the face of it, it looks that it is the exemption has not been carved out. However, the Supreme Court, while referring this case to the lower court, had a certain remark which created a scope for revisiting such cases, sir, such as the nature of property. The Prevention of Worship Act protects the nature of property, where, however, the Supreme Court made a remark that the nature needs to be first determined and then it can be preserved. So this dispute lingers on.
But ultimate result will change the religious character of the structure.
So
okay,
yes, sir.
no.
Shubham,
Yes, sir.
earlier we had 5 basic IITs,
Right, sir.
sometime in 1950s. But later now, lot many IITs have come up. So is it we're trying to provide the quality education through more IITs, or the brand image has diluted?
Yes, sir. So the number of IT, as you rightly said, sir, has expanded to 23 now, sir. Although, sir, I do think that there is a concern in the way the ITs have been planned to be expanded, because, sir, I think we as a system needs to make sure that whenever IT is created, it adheres to it attains certain quality in terms of research, faculty, infrastructure, etc. Those things are not being adhered to while creating ITs. So I think, sir, we'll have to figure out a strategic framework as to how we go about, because we do need more ITs, because the number of people requiring quality education are there. However, sir, we need to figure out a framework. I think, sir, going forward, maybe we can come up with a way of converting
Okay.
existing.
Now tell me, there is one more serious concern. lot of technical graduate, in spite studying in premier institution like IITs, they get diverted towards the civil service. So this is basically diversion of the scientific temper, because we need more manufacturing, more research and development in our country. How do we promote that?
Yes, sir. So, although, sir, I think, sir, while, sir, I agree, sir, that we need more people going into deep tech and startups and research centers, but we also need more engineers everywhere, sir, both in administration and all kind of government bodies as well. As for example, sir, it is observed that in China, sir, all the civil servants, most of the civil servants who work are engineers, sir, and they have been able to create a very solid.
I agree with you. We are having lot many engineers in the civil service and other fields too. But ultimate objective of research and development in manufacturing is not taking off.
Right, sir.
Okay. Now, my last question. USA recently withdrawn from 66 international organizations. 31 of them are UN organizations.
Right, sir.
How do you feel the impact would be there, as far as in terms of funding, after effects and leadership?
So the withdrawal of US is not a recent thing, sir. Although it is in the news recently, but it has been happening for the
Slowly,
past decade, sir. They have been on and off on UN organization. So the impact is that, sir, I believe, sir, the vacuum left by US is being captured by China, especially in the technical bodies, say FAO, civil organization, and they are targeting these bodies for increasing their diplomatic influence. So we'll have to, sir, figure out. So we'll have to work with like-minded countries to counter that and to figure out how to.
Do you feel that India also has some role to play in future?
Yes, sir. Sir, we'll have to take leadership, sir. But for that, sir, we'll have to reach a certain stage of development and economic growth, so that we have the necessary wherewithal, sir, to fund wherever there is vacuum, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Shubham. So, India is going to assume presidency of BRICS.
Yes, sir.
So, if you have to set agenda as a BRICS or global environment, what would be 3 or 4 key agenda for the first meeting?
Yes, sir. So first would be, sir, because the global trade architecture is completely shaken, and India's interest lies in global trade, free flow of trade. So as a president of BRICS, I will have to figure out how to liberalize the trade. Second, sir, would be, sir, to undertake the agenda of the global south, sir. For example, the debt burden they have been facing, the food security, etc., sir, due to Ukraine war or the Gaza conflict. Those. Third, sir, we'll have to, sir, for example, the UPI thing which the government has been promoting. So we can set the agenda that how do we come about alternative financial system for the global.
For the global,
Right.
global aspect. Okay, that's very nice. Tell us some of the important program for tribal areas and tribal development.
Yes, sir. So the legislative aspects are the PESA Act, the Forest Rights Act. Then, sir, to promote to better the education there, we have Eklavya Model Residential Scheme, which has been undertaking regional language education as well. Then, sir, we have District Mineral Foundation, sir, which tries to minimize the negative aspect of mining. Other than that, sir, we also have Schedule 6, Schedule 5 areas, which.
Those are legislative and other
Right,
things.
Right,
Vandan program?
Vandan program is there as well, sir.
Any idea?
Yes, sir.
Or
So
any?
Yes, sir. So it promotes value addition in minor forest produce, which the tribals are dependent upon, so that.
And how that value addition happens apart from that, how there is some support system there?
Yes, sir.
What it is?
So through this scheme, sir, we are trying to set up primary processing centers as close to tribals as
Is
possible.
there MSP also there?
Sir, I'm not aware of all those.
Okay, have a look on that.
Sure, sir.
Janman program?
Jan Dhan program, sir.
Janman. Have you heard
sir,
of?
Yes, sir. I forgot, sir. I've read about it, sir.
No, don't worry. Now the 16th Finance Commission has it submitted its report? Any idea?
Sir, I don't think so, sir. It is yet to.
It has submitted its
Okay, sir.
report, but it is not made public
Okay,
because
sir.
it is
Okay, sir.
to be laid before.
Thank you, sir.
But we all know that debt burden of states are very high, and
Right, sir.
also our national level also debt is very high.
Right, sir.
So, is there any? Should we not have, because earlier planning commission used to see the resources and other things on a concurrent basis or at least annual basis.
Right, sir.
Do you think that structurally today we should have some oversight on states' revenue and expenditure and prudence on fiscal prudence?
Right,
Is
sir.
it, and what would be that architecture if you have to suggest?
Right, sir. Sir, first of all, the reason, sir, of rising debt burden on the states has been that since COVID, sir, the government has also been relaxing the ceiling.
No, but that was only for certain period.
Right.
Okay.
Then the freebies.
What are the percentage which
Right, sir.
about the deficits are there?
So the usual ceiling is 3%, sir.
Hmm.
They have been relaxing it to 0.5 when depending upon the reforms being
Okay.
undertaken.
Hmm.
Then Uday bonds in the previous decade also
But
added.
coming to the question,
Yes, sir,
should
the
we have
architecture,
some
sir.
framework?
Yes, sir. So I believe, sir, depending upon the reform, so already the constitutional architecture is there that if the state government is dependent upon the state center, then center can monitor the states in terms of their.
I don't think they can. Once
If-
once you have devolved the fund or that architecture is there, but I mean to basically have some kind of
Right, sir.
discussion, tell us, can you hold their hand?
Right, sir. Sir, in terms of principle, we can discuss. Then, in terms of institutional architecture, we can discuss. So
Yeah.
institutional architecture, Finance Commission is already there. Then
That is every 5 years.
that is all.
5 years is too late to
That can
do
be
anything.
That can be, sir, made.
And
up.
that time they will come out with more deficit.
Right, sir.
So that your grant is proportionate.
Right, sir. There is a view that that Finance Commission can be made a permanent mechanism, and they can lay down because it is supposed to be a quasi-judicial and neutral body. They can lay down a certain principle as to when state government should
Okay.
exceed.
Okay, I think I'll.
Shubham, is India still following the non-alignment policy?
Yes, sir. Although the term has been changed into multi-alignments, but I believe, sir, very much we are focusing on our issue-based alliance, which roughly translates into non-alignment, sir.
So, Shubham, we are now over with the interview.
Right,
We
sir.
will call you again after a minute or two. Meanwhile, you can wait in the next.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.